word sharper than an ice pick on you rappers' necks, and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Going on my way, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the swerve in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the swerve in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on the face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed jump can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the swerve in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the swerve in my whole life. My whole life.
From Westworld. Let's get it. Don't be sure, tell them make sure. If not, we gon' make war. Clips say it hold 20, but I think it could take more. Grab a stick, fire on your camp, we gon' make s'mores. I ain't satisfied with my spot, then I'ma take yours. No matter how many roadblocks in my way, I'ma break forward. This path I'm on is so damn narrow, I just stay forward. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, I just ate more. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, give me 8 more. Nigga, I don't sugarcoat shit, bitch, I'm straightforward. Don't give a fuck if they don't let me in, I just break doors. Ballin' so hard, they asking what team that I play for. Skimmer who? They ain't stopped making guns when they made yours. Sick with it, feeling like I woke up with stage 4. They ain't want the piece loose, what they opened up the cage for. Endure the pain, been through hard times is what I'm made for. Paid my dues, never left a wage, I just rage roar. So many chains and gold teeth, this the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Still against all enemies. In high school, you was the man that's lost memory shit. Lost energy, never lost my energy. Never lose control, never losing, dog, I plan to keep. You lose your mind where I'm from, I ain't talking from what you see. I never lost soul, losing times, wasting steady pace, and you off track, I'm on that. You pray to God, hoping he can save you. But the power by war, and that's a different angle. This another lost cause, and I'm just adding to the list. They not seeing me for that reason. Got a flash on the grip. Nigga, big priest. They gon' judge me by my increase. And I'ma keep stepping in these joys to the increase. Just got off the phone with Jacob, and he said it's time to shine. Certified, blue dot, put it on you, now you verified. One West world, bigger than World War III. Do not sleep, it's not cheap, and it's still top 3.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world. Got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Came on boats and then chains. So when I get rich, I'ma grab a boat and 10 chains with 12 ribs from each tribe. And each rib gonna have at least 3 kids. Yeah, I'ma have the deep squad. Been rapping since knee high. Now a nigga shack size. Spit that holy fire, when you hear it, you get baptized. One West world, yeah, you niggas know the logo. And I'ma bust it down so the haters see the glow glow. Let's have a feast, let's shine on our enemies. Right in they face, let's blind all our enemies. Cause now we half, but we come from half knots. Throw that cash on the ground, my nigga, let's cast lots. I started from the bottom, birthed out of mud. Raised by gangsters, turned out a thug. I ain't give a fuck, burnt out I was. From hitting licks in and out and selling nicks in the drop.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world. Got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
You ain't no Israelite, bitch, you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named the Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK, too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a whole study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the starter and I show her. She could never get a preach hoe. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. That's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named the Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you squirm off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UBK play for keys, nigga. Commanding general get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named the Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gon' be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy? Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in a cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy, gift and a curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, Amy murdered Botham and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
I'm with shits. I'm with shits. I'm with shits. I'm with shits. I view my adversary through a microscope as a small thing. They wax fat, we ballin'. Babylon keep falling. By all means, these soft teams is crack of dust. Esau won't respawn, they the soul people we have to crush. They shackled us, we out the cuffs. It's your turn to slow burn till after dusk. My Caucasian plantation, those reparations won't amount to much. That blonde hair with them blue eyes and that pig flesh won't hassle us. Shawty hollering that hee-haw, cause that gluteus on Maximus. My whip drip on 100 thighs. We gunning down, you run away. They from the cave, not underpaid. among us slaves. Just for fun, play Hunger Games. Put you in the front like you running things. Uriah, any back talk, you kiss the asphalt, and I sing it to the Messiah. You'll be auctioned off with the shipping costs. I'll purchase some good diver. Bought my Donald Trump and my Richard Nixon. I'm Willie Lynch incarnate. Keep a short leash on you varmints. String you up if you brave-hearted. Only thing red, white, and blue will be your remains washed off of my garment. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch. I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch. I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch. I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch. I wanna see him hang. Hey.
Went from riding on the boat to hanging on oak. God hate these white folks, you can say what you want. This ain't a joke, I ain't laugh at shit. They gon' make it to the kingdom, yeah, with shackled wrists. Yeah. Put they ass in chains with a yoke of iron. Whip hit his back, sound like I opened fire. I ain't gon' lie, I wanna see him suffer. Can't escape, cause under the sun, the place of judgment. Yeah, I got a perpetual hatred. They scared of replacement theory cause they destined for slavery. Yeah. You gotta hear this, the patience of the saints. Hell yeah. Many prophets desired to see that day. UBK, we gon' take the kingdom. He don't deal with other nations, he gon' plead with heathens. I ain't gon' stop until I see him in the cotton field. Yeah. Ain't no other option, I'ma die real.
I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. I'm with shits like Willie Lynch, I wanna see him hang. Hey.
We should be live.
Reminds me to stand. لا يا شباب. You go do the Lord's, reminds me needs to stand, put out the dumb, and turn the face east. You go do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abano.
Abano.
Shabbat Shemayah.
Shabbat Shemayah.
Quadas.
Quadas.
Haya.
Haya.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malabka. Ba'ah. Ratazak. Haya.
Haya.
Aisha. Ba'aratazak. Kuwa. Haya. Bashmaya. Nathalanau. Lakam. Cal. You won. Masalaknau. Come away now. Kasalaknau. Come away now. Bala'ah. Tamayay now. On the side one. A ball. Come and shine now. My young. Kaya. Laka. Come a lakwa. But the para. I will love you.
Amen. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come. That will be done.
That will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. We forgive our debts. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Kakapam, Hebrew,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Babu Kashah, Nathalanau, Hakak, Lepa, Kal Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, that's a heart, Hamatazariah, Hakak, Lahaki, Hamati, Hakak, Arakawa, Tama'ala, Ligashan, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wada
Aman, in the English. Yahweh. In the name of the Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power. Power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. Power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you so be it. I mean, well, no, it's Isaiah.
It's best Israel. We hit the name of Gamagun. Say the name of a lover. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahushai. Baraklanau. Wayasarala. Mahabaya. Sapari. Barak. Rapah. Magun.
Hagun. Azar Ma. The entire Anderson family. The entire Luckett family. The entire Thornton family. The entire McAllister family. Camille. Francine. Kimber. Done.
Isaiah Ma. The Billis family. The Skiller family. All Israel. Done. Ba'ashem Yahushai. What Aman.
In the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. Bless. Heal. Shield. Protect. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asher up. Ayanya.
Ahahari.
Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Isari. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Aisha. Shamayah. Wa'aratazar. Ayathan. Namawat. Regal. Al-Yanawan. Shamar. Hanala'ah. Hanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yahweh. Shamar. Yahweh. Tazal. Al-Yah. Yamamah. Hashemash. La'ah. Yakai. Wayarat. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamar. Makarad. Yashamar. Afnapash. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'at. Mamawat. Ma'itha. Ma'ai. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From which cometh my help. My help coming from the Lord. Which made heaven and earth. Even I suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasharala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out, and thy coming in, from this time forth, and even forevermore.
Psalms 88 in the Hebrew. Alahayam. Al-Damayah. Lekah. All Takarash. All Tashakwat. All Kayahana. Awabika. Yahama. Yawan. Ra'ash. Al-Amak. Ya'aryam. Sawada. Wayata. Ya'ai Tazawah. Al-Tazapawaya. Amaru. Lakawa. Wanakakidan. Magalia. Wala'ai. Yasakar. Shom Yasha'ala. I would Kaya. Why Tazawah. Labah. Yakad. Ayaka. Parya. Yakarat. Ahoya. Adawan. Wayashimai. Alayam. Mawab. Wahagari. Gabal. Wa'amala. Parashah. Yushabia. Tazawah. Gum Ashawah. Nalawah. Imam. Hayawah. Zerawah. Labanya. Salah. Aisha. Laham. Kamadi. Kasaya. Sarah. Kayabi. Banakal. Koyashawan. Nashamada. Bayan. Da'ir. Hayawah. La'adam. Shayatham. Nada. Yatmua. Kaira. Wakazabah. Wakatazal Manai. Kal Nasikam. Ashar. Amar. Nair Rashad. Nanawa. Alahaya. Shayatham. Gagala. Kakwash. Napanya. Rawaka. Ka'ash. Daba'ira. Ya'ira. Wakalahaba. Hariyam. Khan. Basairi, Babasa, Wapath, Tabahala, Mala'a, Panyahum, Quanawan, Waya, Wakwash, Shibba, Yahweh, Yabash, Waya, Behold, Adi, Waya, Kapar, Waya, Abad, Waya, Da'ai, Kaya, Atha, Shibka, Yahweh, Nabat, Ayuan, Al, Ka,
Haratazah. In English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
Have
lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted. Against thy hidden ones. They have said. Come. Let us cut them off. From being a nation. The name of Yasharal. May be no more in remembrance. But they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kisan. Which perished at Endor. It became as dung. Their nobles like Oreb. And like Zael. Yea. All their princes as Sabbath. And as Zamunah. Who said, let us say to ourselves, the houses of Yahweh possession. Oh my power. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. And fire burneth the wood. And as flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy temper, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. They may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let me put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Sabbath, seated.
Oh yeah.
1 Samuel 30:22.
Right. Shalom, everybody. Salaki for the late start. Had a couple of technical difficulties, but the men of the Lord persevered through. Welcome once again to the Isupk Chicago Sabbath service, and we're going to be starting off in the book of 1 Samuel
30 and 22.
Chapter 30 and 22, picking up where we left off last week. Let's get the scriptures up.
Could be one more chapter before you hit the 2 Samuel.
All right. We almost through it.
Yes, sir.
1 Samuel's
30, 22.
30, 22. All right, so what we're at now in the story, Israel, King Saul is getting ready to fight the Philistines. The Philistine army has come up against the army of Israel under Saul's rulership. The kings of the Philistines, David had been hiding amongst the Philistines for 3 years now, I think, and to escape Saul. And the Philistine, the heathen that he's hiding with, is one of the kings of the Philistines. So the Philistine army lined up to face Israel, and David came behind the guy he's been with. What's this camel say, brother? What's this cat's name?
The devil? What are you talking about?
Yeah, was it Achish?
Achish,
yeah. So he comes up, and the other Philistine kings gather together and say, "Whoa, what you doing? Who's that?" He said, "That's David." He said, "David? The one they made the song about?"
Right.
They said, "No." They got together and agreed that they didn't want David on the battlefield. The dude said, David has been with me. He's loyal. He's been with me these couple years. I've given him refuge away from Saul. He's not with his people. He don't give a damn about his people. His own people were trying to kill him.
Right.
And I'm the one that gave him refuge. He's a loyal servant to me. You know what I mean? He's my arm bearer. He's kept my head on my shoulder these past 3 years. Another Philistine king say, yeah, that's nice, but we don't want him on our battlefield, because when we get in battle and whatever you say, there's still a chance that once we start fighting, he's going to come up behind us and kill us. You know, he's going to go for his people. He's going to betray you. Dude said no, but so they got together and said, listen, send David back to whatever plot of land you gave him, send him home.
Right.
So he did that. He told David. David said, okay, I'm gone. And on his way back, Amalek, being the coward that he attacked these Philistine settlements, he attacked the city that David was living in, one of the cities. And since all the men are away at war, Amalek decided to come and take all the women and all the children. You know what I'm saying? Including David's 2 wives.
Right.
So David inquired of Abiathar, the priest, and the Lord told David, go ahead and go slay them, that I'll deliver them into your hands. You'll get your wives back.
Right.
And yeah, you should pursue after them. Go get your wife and go do what you're going to do. So David went after them. And basically, long story short, he kicked Amalek's butt and got the women and the children back.
Right.
And his wives back. You know what I mean? So that's I believe that's where we left off. Yeah, so he had left 200 men that he had found part of the women and kids that were left behind, right, which I would assume were like the elderly, the sick, the ones that couldn't make the journey to Amalek's land. They left them at a brook. You know what I'm saying? So David had 200 men that were also tired, so he left them to defend the weak.
Right.
And then he took his other 400 and went and slew Amalek, the Amalekites that he could, and took all the people back. He took all the cattle. He took everything Amalek took from the Philistines. David came and took it back. And he didn't lose a thing. Not one woman, not one child, not one cattle, nothing. Right. You know what I mean? So David claimed all the livestock and everything. He said, oh, that's mine. You know what I mean? He took the flocks and the herds, you know what I mean, and the cattle, you know what I'm saying? And he took that for his spoil. But he returned every last woman and child back safely, including his own wives. And that's where we left off. When he came back, the people saluted him. So we're going to pick up right there.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 30, verse 22 in the Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
Where your eye called Ayash Ra'ai Wabala Ya'al Bahanashiyam Ashar Halakawa Aim Dawada Waya Amarwa Ayan Ashar La'a Halakawa Amaya La Lathan Lahum Mashallah Ashar Hatazanu Kaya Ayash Ath Ashatawa Wa Ath Banayawa Wayan the Hagawa Walakawa verse 23 Waya Amar Dawada La'a the Aishawa Khan Akaya Ath, Ashar, Nathan, Yahweh, Lanawa, Wayashamar, Athanawa, Wayathan, Ath, Hakadawad, Hakas, like Haba'ah, Ayanawa, Bayanawa, verse 24, Wamaya, Yashmai, Akam, Ladabar, Hazah, Kaya, Kakalak, Hayarud, Bamalakama, Wakakalak, Hayashab, Al, Hakalayam, Wakagadwa, Yaka, Lakwa. Verse 25, Wayahaya, Mahayawam, Hahawa, Mama Allah, Wayashama, Lakak, Wala mashallah pat, la yasharala, I, hayawam, hazah, verse 26, wayaba'a, dawada, all, akolah, weshalak, mashallah, lazaquania, yahawada, lara'ai, hawa, la'amar, hana, lakam, barakah, mashallah, ayabaya, Yahweh, verse 27, la'ashar, babayath, all, wala ashar, baramawath, nagan, wala ashar, so wala ashar, bayathar, verse 28, wala ashar, ba'ara'ayr, wala ashar, bamapamawath, wala ashar, ba'ashar the mind.
Also, if you could go ahead and finish out that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only 3 more verses. Might as well finish them on up.
Verse 29, wala ashar, barakal, wala ashar, ba'araya, hayara kama awa, hayara kama laya, wala ashar, ba'araya, hakoyana, verse 30, wala ashar, bakarma, wala ashar, baba war, I shun, wala ashar, ba'ithak, 31, wala ashar, bakaba rawan, wala call, hamakamawath, ashar, hada alak, shum, dawada, hawa'a, wahana sayuwa.
I ain't gonna lie, the first time you stopped, you read through it so fast, I was like, wait a minute, is he done?
Sometimes words just come, say come to you.
I already know. All right, so let's go ahead and break the rest of this chapter down in English.
God, it's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 30, and verse 22 in the Hebrew. It's like in the English. Then answered all the wicked men and men of Belial, of those that went with David, and said, because they went not with us, we will not give them out of the spoil that we have recovered. So every
yeah. So it's some. If you remember, Belial, that was the brother who was married to Abigail, one of his sons. You know what I mean? David, of course, they came in and joined up with David, and now these wicked brothers. You know what I'm saying? Belial is known as being a wicked house. So, you know what I'm saying? David had mercy on these men and let them join with him. And now they talk about them 200, the brothers that stood back and didn't go fight, they shouldn't get nothing.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is wicked. Them brothers, them your brothers. You know, up in here, we share evenly.
Right.
We don't say to a brother, hey, brother, because you didn't come to camp, you can't have no strong drink. You know what I mean? You can't come. You were sick last week. We having a feast day this week. You can't come to the feast because you were sick.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or because you had to slave, or because they overwork you at your slave and you was exhausted and you couldn't make it to camp. So you made it after camp, and we sitting here eating pizza and chicken, and because you didn't come to camp, and we had an incident at the camp, you can't get no pizza and chicken. That's ridiculous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why that's why the scripture said these men were wicked, because they're being unbrotherly. You know what I mean? You're part of a regime of 600 men. Y'all fight together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all live and die together. And because these brothers got exhausted and had to stay behind and take care of the sick and the elderly, while y'all went and slew the army, now you saying they can't get none of the spoils you took from army. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Save to every man his wife and his children, that they may lead the way and depart.
So I said, only thing we saved your wife and your children. So of the cattle and the herds and all that, you can't have this. You can get your wife and your kids back. Take your family and go on somewhere. We're gonna take the riches that we just collected. Keep going.
Verse 23. Then said David, ye shall not do so, my brethren. with that which the Lord hath given us, who hath preserved us, and delivered the company that came against us in our head.
So David said, "No, brothers, you ain't finna do that to them. The Lord gave this to us, because they got to. Yeah, I know the spoils of war. You know what I mean? You get the spoils of war, but here's the thing: that ain't yours anyway.
Right.
You just took it from the enemy. It wasn't yours. You it's the spoil of war. That's your reward, your victory reward. The Lord gave that to you. So how you gonna be selfish with the reward that the Lord gave you?
Right.
That's like us coming into the truth and the Lord saving us from death in the world, and then we in here huddled together like they accuse us of being, like a cult. We're in here huddled together, being selfish with the salvation. We don't want to go out, and we're not gonna go out and teach and raise brothers up and do videos and all the sacrifices that we make up in here. We're gonna keep this salvation to ourselves. That's just selfish. Go ahead.
God, verse 24. For who will hearken unto you in this matter?
Mm-hmm.
But as his part is that goeth down to the battle, so shall his part be that tarrieth by the stuff. They shall part alike.
So he said, who are you? You know what I mean? Who are you to hearken? Who are you to give orders? When he said hearken unto this matter, who are you to decide this matter? Who are you to give orders right now? David is the leader. You know what I mean? Last time I checked, David was the commander general of the general of that army. David is the head of that regime. They're his men. So who are they to decide who gonna do what? They should ask Salakia, sir. You know what I mean? What are we gonna do with the spoils?
Right.
You know what I mean? What about the brothers that didn't? David said, listen, the same men that stood, Salakia, that carried by the stuff, that stood by the supplies and the stuff that they couldn't carry,
Right.
and the women and the children they didn't take with them, the same ones that stood by the stuff at the brook are gonna get the same reward as the ones that went down in the battle.
That's right.
Period. You know what I mean? Like, who are you to start giving me orders? Who are you to decide what to do with bounty that the Most High gave us? That's why I said, who are you to hearken onto this? Who are you to order me about what to do with this stuff? You know what I mean? Brothers get real out of their spirit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers get a little bit of power and they go straight to their head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They want to go against the orders of the men above them and start creating their own orders. They want to go against the rules and what's been done traditionally for years and how the Lord structured everything. They want to make their own way of doing it up.
Right.
That was just greed right there. They looked at our spoils and got greedy. You know what I'm saying? And David quashed all that nonsense.
Right. Verse 25. And it was so from that day forward that he made it to a statute. So he made it a statute and an ordinance for Israel unto this day.
Unto what?
Unto this day.
Unto this day, we share and share alike.
Right.
Because of that selfish spirit right there, David saw, okay, well, he made it a statute and an ordinance for all of Israel unto this day. So the ones that go into battle and the ones that stay by the stuff. If we have an incident at camp, the one that goes and handle the incident at camp, it's the same reward as the one that stays by the camp equipment.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The brothers that go out into battle, if we got enough brothers, you have a brother, say brothers are here cleaning the school. And then you got a group of brothers that go out to camp.
Right.
When the brothers come back from war in that camp, them and the brothers that clean the school share in the same reward.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no divide. Well, he did better than he did this and he did that, so he should get a greater reward. No, go ahead.
My mason was heavy about that is that one of those brothers out of camp, we clean the school. Guess what? We're gonna prepare food, have food ready, drinks ready for when they come. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
That's how we do it in Israel.
So it's called being an army.
That's right.
Everybody, you can't have every single person ain't on the battlefield at all times.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's been a well-oiled machine. That's being a body. The head doesn't do what the hands do. The hands don't do what the feet do. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But body is rewarded all the same. When you eat, when you put on clothes, when you lay with your woman, your whole body feel good. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, okay, well, this part of my body, worked harder today than that part of my body. So David made it. It's an order, Israel. We share and share alike. We share the spoils of victory. We share the spoils of war. We don't selfishly hoard. If you didn't notice when Captain Desariat beats up on the Kemetic community. He gives the glory back to Commander General Yohana and the school of Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He don't hog all the glory for himself. He brings the glory back to the school, and we all share in that glory.
Right.
Because when Kemet talks about Captain Zarya, they're always talking about the Isupk and Captain Zarya. They talk about Commander General Yohana more than we do, damn near. You know what I mean? Because we share in the glory. We share in this. You know what I'm saying? Right. We get the brothers that earn the glory. We pay homage and respect to them. But our whole school shines when that one brother shines.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we do. Keep going.
John 26. And when David came to Ziklag, he sent of the spoil to the elders of Judah, even to his friends, saying, Behold, a present for you of the spoil of the enemies of the Lord.
He even came back and gave it to him, gave it to the elders of Judah. You know what I'm saying? He's still showing love for his people, even though he's in a self-induced exile to be away from Saul and Saul's wrath. You know, Saul's murderous wrath. You know what I mean? He still shared with he came back and shared the spoils with his people. Did the people he just shared with in Ziklag, you know what I'm saying? Did they go to war with him? No. But them people, he came back and shared the spoils with them. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
God, verse 27. To them which were in Bethel, and to them which were in the south Ramoth, and to them which were in Jatir. Verse 28. And to them which were in Aurora, and to them that which were in Sibmath, and to them which were in Eshtemoa. Verse 29. And to them that which were in Rakal, and to them which were in the cities of the Jeremielites, and to them which were in the cities of the Kenites. Verse 30. And to them which were in Homah, and to them which were in Korashan, and to them which were in Thak. Verse 31. And to them which were in Hebron, and to all the places where David himself and men were run to hunt.
So everywhere that he went, where him and his men went, he shared the spoils.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's a righteous brother right there. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said he made it a statute and an ordinance unto all of Israel. We're going to share with the nation. You know what I'm saying? This is ours. We're gonna make sure that everybody eat. We're going to so that everybody gets an increase. Can you imagine if our leaders and entertainers and athletes did that today? You know what I'm saying? If a brother like Jay-Z, if a sister like Oprah Winfrey, you know what I'm saying? If a brother like what's one of these rich football players? I can't think of a name right now, but if one of these rich football players, baseball players make hundreds of millions of dollars.
Javier Baez.
Yeah, I'd be like a Javier Baez. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if Sammy Sosa back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Or what's my man? What's the brother that hit the home run?
Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds.
Yes, sir.
Michael Jordan. Right, but Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if these brothers had this mentality. You get what I'm saying? I'm finna amass these riches and then I'm finna take it about and make sure that my people okay. If you're a billionaire, you got enough money to you know what I mean? If you're a billionaire that's constantly generating money like a Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? Him, Beyonce, Will Smith, you know what I'm saying? Cats like that, they got enough money collectively. Oprah Winfrey, they got enough money collectively to come through and make sure that we all are straight. But they won't do it because they don't have that spirit of brotherhood that David had. They don't have the spirit of the Lord on them. They got the spirit of their father, the devil, on them.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Too busy helping other nations.
Exactly. Excellent point. Too busy helping other nations. They'll go over to Africa in a heartbeat and help them heathens. You know what I'm saying? They'll fill their companies with Edomites, Elamites, and Jebusites, and Japhites, and Hamites. They'll fill their companies with heathens and pay them enormous salaries, but they don't do that for us. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that spirit to lift their nation up. They don't share the spoils of war. They hoard them to themselves, like the children of Belial, like the men of Belial wanted to do. You know what I mean? All right, so let's let's pick up on this next 7. I'll grab these, right? I mean, So this is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 1 and verse, I'm sorry, this is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 31 and verse 1. Wapelashathiel. Nalak Mayam. Bayasharala. Wayanasa, Wayanasawa. Anashia. Yasharala. Mapanya. Pelashathiel. Wayapal. Waya Palawa. Ka Layam. Ba'a. Haga Labai. Verse 2. Wayad Wayad Bakawa. Pelashathiel. Ath. Shawal. Wa'ath. But Banyawa. Wayakawa. Palashathium. Ath. Yaha. Wanathi. Saki. Saki. Yahawanathan. Wa'ath. Abayan. Saki. Abaya. Nadab. Wa'ath. Malak. Yashawai. Yeah, what's that? Malak. Yashawai.
Oh, wow.
That, yeah.
Wow,
It's different there.
Yeah,
That's a white man is the devil, that's why. Malak. Yashawai. Banya. Sha'awal, verse 3. Watha Kabad, Sakit. Wath Kabad. Hamalakma. Al. Sha'awal. Waya. Wayam. Sakit. Waya Matazawa. Hamariyam. Anashio. Salaki. Oh, okay. Con. Okay, con. I'm just making sure. Hamarayam. Anashim. Wakoshath. What you call Ma'ad. Oh, y'all close, man. Marayam. Right? Verse 4. Yamar. Shawal. Nalaash. Nalasha. Saka. Lanasha. Kalawa. Sorry. Kalawa. Shalat. Karabak. Wada Koranya. Ba'a. Han. Yabawaba. Yabawaba. Saki. Yaba Wa'aw. Jesus. Ha'ai Ralayam. Ha'ala'a. Wadak Ranaya. Wa'ath Saki. Wahath I lalawa. Baya. Wala'a. Ata. No, it's like it. Abba. Nasha. Kalayawa. Kalyawa. Kaya. Yara'a. Ma'a. Wakwat. Sorry. Wayakwak. Ma'awal. It's like a Sha'awal. Ath. Hamra. Wayapal. Ali Alha. Verse 5. Wayara. Basha. Talking to Shah. Kalyawa. Kaya. Math. Sha'awal. Wayapal. Yeah, Wayapal. It's like Wayapal. Gum. Hawa. Al. Karabawa. Wayamath. Imawa. Verse 6. Wayamath. Sha'awal. Washalash. Washalashath. Banyawa. Wanashah. Kala Yawa. Kala Yawa. Gum. Kal. Abashayawa. Abashawa. But it's like Anashyawa. Right. But you want Hahawa. Yakadawa. Verse 7. Waya Ra'awa. Waya Ra'awa. Anashya. Yasharala. Ashar. Ba'irabar. No, sir. By a bar. Ha'ai Makwa. Yashar. Ba'ibar. Haya Radan. Baya, I'm sorry, Kaya. Nasawa. Anashia. Yasharala. Wakaya. Matawa. Sha'awal. Wabanayawa. Saka. Wabanayawa. Wayai Zabawa. Ath. Ha'irayam. Wayabashawa. Yeah. Wayabaswa. Wabaiwa. Yaba. Saka. Wayabawa. Ba'awa. Saka. Palashathium. Wayashabwa. Ba'an. I had too much trouble reading in a minute.
You may want to go to the book of Ezekiel, read that. That's a tough one.
I can imagine. All right, let's knock this English on down.
Okay. God's book of 1 Samuel, chapter 31 and verse 1. Now the Philistines fought against Israel, and the men of Israel fled from before the Philistines and fell down slain in Mount Gilboa.
So now we go into the battle where Israel and the Philistine army are engaged in battle, and Israel is losing. Go ahead.
Thanks for my But these scriptures get it too is King David was around at this time. So whatever happened, it's not good.
Yep. And here's the thing: the Lord is not with. The Lord told Israel when they first gave him a king, "You and your king better follow me,
right? Because
if not, I won't be with you or your king." So right now, the Lord is not with Saul.
Right.
So that means the Lord is not with Israel by product of Saul's wickedness. You know what I mean? So now we're fighting the Philistines, and as all throughout history, you know what I mean? If the Lord is with us, we win. If the Lord is not with us, we lose. We go into slavery. All types of wicked things happen to us. So right now, the Lord is not with the Lord is not with Israel, and the Lord is not with Saul. So like I'm going to pick up in the English where he left off. Verse 2. And the Philistines followed hard upon Saul and upon his sons. And the Philistines slew Jonathan and Abinadab and Malchishua, Saul's sons. So now the Philistines then came down and they following Saul and his sons, and they slew Saul. I'm sorry, they slew Jonathan, they slew Abinadab, they slew Malchishua. They're killing Saul's sons now. Pick up on verse 3.
Verse 3. And the battle went sore against Saul, and the archers hit him, and he was sore wounded of the archers.
So the battle was against. Now he got hit up by the archers. I said the Lord is not with us in this battle because the Lord is not with Saul in this battle. Saul sinned against the Lord. Saul tried to kill David. Saul has done a lot of wicked things. So now in the battle, his sons then got slain. You know what I'm saying? And now he then got hit up with arrows, and he's sorely wounded. You know what I mean? Critically wounded. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Then said Saul unto his armor bearer, draw thy sword and thrust me through therewith, lest these uncircumcised come and thrust me through and abuse me. But his armor bearer would not, for he was so afraid. Therefore Saul took his sword and fell upon it.
You see that? That's how Saul ended his life. He got hit up by the arrows, and as he's sitting there critically wounded, he told his armor bearer, hey man, kill me. You know what I'm saying? Thrust me through so my enemies don't have the pleasure of killing me and abusing my body. Like, they're not going to just kill me. They're going to torture me. You know what I mean? They're going to do all kinds of wicked things. But the armor bearer feared Saul and he feared the Lord, because Saul still is the Lord's anointed king. You know what I mean? Over Israel. So it forced Saul to fall upon his own sword. Saul had to kill himself. He was dying anyway. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he committed suicide out of depression. You know what I'm saying? He killed himself because he did not want the heathens to kill him and abuse his body. You know what I mean? So King Saul fell on his own sword. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And when his armor bearer saw that Saul was dead, he fell likewise upon his sword and died with him. Verse 6. So Saul died, and his 3 sons, and his armor bearer, and all his men that same day together.
So we just suffered a horrible defeat. Saul, his sons, his armor bearer, and all the men of Israel that were there fighting that day died. All the Philistines slaughtered us. That's why it's so important that we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments and do what the Lord wants us to do.
That's right.
Yeah, one man's wickedness just cost us a great battle. All the men there died that day. That's an army. Philistines had a great victory over us. You know what I mean? All because our leadership was wicked. Go ahead.
Okay, so if I made it's kind of hard, man, to kill something, to fall upon the sword. And did they ever take that in one of these plays? Like, was it Julius Caesar or one of these plays white man did back when we was in grammar school? They did it was a story about somebody falling on the sword. Of course, they got it from the Bible.
Yeah, I think I want to say Macbeth or something like that.
Oh, might have been. Yeah,
or one of those stories. I can't. It wasn't Caesar. Caesar got stabbed up by his own people.
Yeah, right. That's right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, let's go.
Verse 7. And when the men of Israel that were on the other side of the valley, and they that were on the other side Jordan, saw that the men of Israel fled, and that Saul and his sons were dead, they forsook cities and fled. And the Philistines came and dwelt in them.
So once the men saw that the army was gone, they evacuated the cities. They let the Philistines come on in and take the land, because they said that their king is dead, his son is dead, the armor bearer is dead, and all the men of war are dead. You know what I mean? So there's not so much movement back there. We can hear you on camera. They see that all the men of the are dead. So, you know what I'm saying? They left. All right, so let's get these next 7.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 31, verse 8 in the Hebrew. Wayahaya, Mama Karath, Wayabawa, Palashatim, Leshapat, Saki Lepshat, Af. Hakala ya. Ha. Lalawam. Layalam. Good night. Where Taza wa. Af. Sha'awal. Wa Af. Shalashaf. Banayawa. Napalyam. Bahar. Hagala Bahai. It's like Hagala Bahai. Verse 9. Where Karatwa. Af. Ra'ashwa. Where Pashayata. Where Pashatwa. Af. Kalayawa. Where Shalakwa. Ba'arataza. Padashatium. Sabaya. Nabashar. Bayath. Aitazabayahum. Ba'af. Ha'ain. Verse 10. Where Shemaiwa. It's like where Shamwa. Af. Balayawa. Bayaf. Aishatarwaf. Ba'af. Gawayatwa. Dakwaiwa. Bakawa Maf. Bayaf. Shun. Verse 11. Where Shemaiwa. Ayuwa. Yeshabaya. Yabayash. Gala'ai. Af. Ashar. Aishawa. Palashatium. Lesha Awal. Verse 12. Where Yaquamwa. Call. Ayash. Kayal. Where Lakwa. Call. Hala Lala. It's like Hala Yala. Where Kwakwa. Af. Gawayath. Shawal. Af. Gawayath. Banayawa. Makawama. Bayath. Shun. Wayaba Awa. Yabasha. Wayashaparwa. Athum. Shum. Verse 13. Wayakwakwa. Af. Azazama Yahum. Wayakobarwa. Zakaf. Ha'ashal. Bayabasha. Wayatazamawa. Shaba'if. Yamayum.
Let me stop right there. Let's break it down there. We'll head to 2 Samuel. Let's go.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 31, verse 8 in the English. And it came to pass on the morrow, when the Philistines came to strip the slain, that they found Saul and his 3 sons fallen in Mount Gilboa. Verse 9. And they cut off his head and stripped him slightly and stripped off his armor and sent into the land of the Philistines round about to publish it in the house of their idols and among the people. Verse 10. And they put his armor in the house of Asheroth, and they fastened his body to the wall of Bethshan. Verse 11. And when the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead heard of that which the Philistines had done to Saul, verse 12, all the valiant men arose and went all night and took the body of Saul and the bodies of his sons from the wall of Bethshan, and came to Jabesh and burnt them there. And they took their bones and buried them under a tree at Jabesh and fasted 7 days.
So exactly what Saul was afraid was going to happen happened. You know what I mean? But he killed himself, so that's proof. The Philistines, if they'd have found Saul injured on the battlefield, they would have tortured him. You know what I mean? So that's why Saul decided to kill himself when the armor bearer wouldn't do it. But they still they cut his head off, cut his sons' heads off. You know what I mean? Took his armor and posted it up in the house of God and their idols. You know what I'm saying? And took his body and his sons' bodies and stuck them to the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to the point that said the valiant men saw that and they were like, no, they snuck in at night and rescued Saul's body. And to make sure the Philistines didn't come back and get it, they burned them. You know what I mean? They cremated the body. They burned the body and they took the bones and gave it a proper burial. You know what I mean? And that ends the reign of King Saul. You know what I'm saying? So Saul is done. He had a great reign. He disrespected the Lord. He had an evil spirit placed on him by the Lord. He tried to kill David. You know, he did a lot of wicked and unrighteous things as the king of Israel. You know what I mean? And in the end, the Lord was not with him, and Saul died a horrible death. Right. You know what I mean? And really all he had to do to not die that way was make amends with David.
Right.
You know, let that evil spirit that he had on him go. Now him and his sons are all dead, including Jonathan, who, you know what I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Saul only had one son named Jonathan. That was David's best friend. So Jonathan's dead, his brothers are dead, and Saul is dead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All because of Saul's wickedness. You know what I mean? So, all right, let's go ahead to the next book.
It's the book of First. It's like a book of 2 Samuel, chapter 30. It's like book of 2 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
But Yahya, it's like in the Hebrew, but Yahya, Akarya, Mawath, Sha'awal, Wadawada, Shabbat, Makawath, Af, Ha'amalak, Wesha, Dawada, Batazakwala, Yamayam, Shadayam, verse 2, Wayahya, Bayawam, Hasala Yashaya, Wahana, Ayash, Man, Hamakana, Ma'ain, Sha'awal, Wabagadayawa, Kora Ayam, Wa'adama, Ab, Ra'ashawa, Wayahaya, Baba Awa, All, Dawada, Wayapal, Aratazaha, Wayashata, Club, verse 3, Wayamar, Lawa, Dawada, Aya, Maza, Dabawaf, Wayamar, Al-Yawa, Mamakana, Yashara, Namalatatia, verse 4, Wayamar, Al-Yawa, Dawada, Maha, Ma, Haya, Hadabar, Hagad, Na'a, Laya, Waya Amar, Hashar, Nasa, Ha'ain, Mud, Hamalakama, Wagam, Haraba, Nepal, Mud, Ha'ain, Waya Mathawa, Wagam, Sha'awal, Waya Hawanathan, Banawa, Mathawa, verse 5, Waya Amar, Dawada, All, Hana'ir, Hamagarad, Lawa, Ayak, Yada'ai, Kaya, Math, Sha'awal, Waya Hawanathan, Banawa, verse 6, Waya Amar, Hana'ir, Hamayagad, Lawa, Nakorayatia, Bahar, Hagalabai, Wahana, Sha'awal, Nasha'ain, Al, Hanayatwa, Wahana, Harakah, Waba'aywa, like Waba'aya, Waba'ayla, Harpashayam, Hadabakowa, 7, Wayapun, Akaya, Wayuranya, Wayakura, Alaya, Wa Amar, Haganaya. The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 1. Now it came to pass after the death of Saul, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Amalekites, and David had abode 2 days in Ziklag. Verse 2. And it came even to pass on the 3rd day that, behold, a man came out of the camp from Saul with his clothes rent and earth upon his head. And so it was, when he came to David, that he fell to the earth and did obeisance. Verse 3. And David said unto him, From whence comest thou? And when he said unto him, Out of the camp of Israel am I escaped. Verse 4. And David said unto him, How went the matter? I pray thee, tell me. And he answered that the people are fled from the battle, and many of the people also are fallen and dead. And Saul and Jonathan, his sons, are dead also. Verse 5, and David said unto the young man that told him, how knowest thou that Saul and Jonathan, his son, be dead? Verse 6, and the young man said, that told him, said, as it happened by chance upon Mount Gilboa, behold, Saul leaned upon his spear, and lo, the chariots and the horsemen followed hard after him. Verse 7, and when he looked behind him, he saw me, and called unto me, and I answered, here am I.
So now David is, he just, like I said, he slaughtered the Amalekites who cowardly, came and took all the women and the kids while the men were at battle. And as he's in Ziklag, a brother comes up on him and tells him, gives him the news. Saul is dead and so is Jonathan. You know what I mean? And a lot of the men and women and a lot of the people of Israel are dead too. The Philistines were trying to slaughter us. They wanted to wipe us out. You know what I mean? So he just let them know, hey, fled. Basically, everybody fled the cities, but a lot of people are dead. Right. You know what I mean? A lot of our brothers and sisters died that day that Saul died. You know, because once the king is gone and once the army is gone, who's going to defend the people?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The men of war are done. That's why it's so important for us to stay in the graces of the Most High. Right. That's why it's so important for us to take our work, the work that the Most High put in front of us seriously, so we can stay on the side of the Most High and the Most High will stay on our side. Because without him, we end up destroyed. Every single time throughout history, we end up destroyed. You know what I mean? And with that, go into Sabbath service. I said after everything is done, so we'll cover it afterwards. Mm-hmm.
Must we sustain just us? Vaya shalom. Mazel when we stand. Upon our Gadam, we turn to face the east. We do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw. Shabbat Shemayim. Koadas. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malawaka. Daba'ah. Ratazah. Hayah. Aisha. Baratazah. Kuwa. Hayah. Bashemayim. Thunana. Come. Cal. Yuwan. Salakana. Kabawatina. Kasalakana. Kabawayana. Wala'ah. Tabayayana. Bonasai one. A ball. How it shine now. My young. Right. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wa'ala. Watapara. Awalam.
Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
I the power of the Hebrew Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shai. Baba Kashah. Thunana. Hakat. Narapa'ah. Kal Makalah. Wakal Madawa. Hakat. Natsahar. Hamatazariah. Hakat. Lahaki. Hamathi. Hakat. Arakawa. Hatama'al. The God's son. Ba'ashem Yahweh.
Wadaman in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
Play the best instrument, the Hebrew, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashem.
Bashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Raklanah.
Raklanah.
Wayasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Wahabayah.
Yahweh.
Sapari.
Sapari.
Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Wadaman.
Wadaman. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Name of Yahweh Shai.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you so.
Thank you so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahahari.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Yaba'ah.
Izari.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Waratazah.
Waratazah.
Ayathan.
Ayathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat. God.
Ayanawan.
Ayanawan.
Shamar.
Shamar.
Hanala'ah. Yanawan.
Yanawan.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamar.
Shamar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazal.
Zal.
Al-Yed. Yamik.
Yamuk.
Yawamah.
Yawamah.
Hashemah.
Hashemash.
Na'ah.
Na'ah.
Yakai.
Yakaya.
Wayarah.
Wayarah.
Belayallah.
Belayallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Makarah.
Makarah.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Afnapash.
Afnapash.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'at.
Taza'at.
Wabawa'at.
Wabawa'at.
Ma'itah.
Ma'itah.
Wa'ai.
Wa'ai.
Allah.
In the English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the
From
hills.
which cometh my help?
Which cometh my help?
My help coming from Yahweh,
My help comes from Yahweh.
who has made heaven and earth.
Who made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth
He
thee
that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth
he
Yasharah
that keepeth Yasharah
shall neither slumber nor
he
sleep.
neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee for all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve them all
He
evil.
shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going
and
out
thy coming in
and coming
from
in.
this time forth
This time
and
forth,
even forevermore.
even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayam.
Alahayah,
Al-Damayah.
Al-Damayah,
Look
Lakah,
Al-Takarat.
Al-Sakarash,
Al-Tashakwat.
Al-Tashakwat, All,
Kayahana.
Yahana,
Wabika.
Awabika,
Yahama.
Yahama,
Yawan.
Yawan,
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash,
Al-Amaka.
Al-Amaka,
Ya'ariyam.
Yahweh,
Sawadah.
Wada,
Wayatah.
Wayatha,
Ya'ai Tazwa.
Your eye Tazawah,
Al-Tazapawaya.
Al-Tazawamika,
Amaru.
Amaru,
Lakawa.
Lakawa,
Wakakiyadan.
Wanakakidan,
Magayu.
Magalia,
Wala'a.
Wala'ah,
Yazakar.
Yasakar,
Sham
Sham
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala,
Awada.
Awada,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Nawai Tazwa.
Nawai Tazawah,
Laba.
Laba,
Yakad.
Yakadwa,
Ayak.
Ayak,
Baryat.
Barya,
Yakarat.
Yakarat,
Ahoy.
Ahoy,
Adawan.
Adawan,
Wayashmai.
Yashamai,
Alayam.
Alayam,
Mawa'ab.
Ma'ab,
Wahagari.
Wahagari,
Gabal.
Gabal,
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amawan,
Wamalak.
Wa'malak,
Parashah.
Palashah,
Amisabia.
Amishabia,
Tazawar.
Tazawar,
Gum
Gam
Ashawar.
Ashawar,
Nalawa.
Nalawa,
Aiman.
Imam,
Hayawa.
Iwa,
Zawai.
Sarawai,
Labanya.
Labanya,
Lawat.
Lawat,
Salah.
Salah,
Aisha.
Aisha,
Laham.
Laham,
Kamadi.
Kamadi,
Kasiyah.
Kasaya,
Sarah.
Sara'ah,
Kayabi.
Yabi,
Banakal.
Banakal,
Koyashawan.
Yasawan,
Nashamadu.
Nashamadu,
Bayan.
Baya,
Da'ir.
Da'ira,
Hayawa.
Iowa,
Daman.
Daman,
La Adam.
La Adama,
Shayatham.
Sayatham,
Nada.
Nada,
Yamu.
Yadmu,
Kaira.
Ira,
Wakasabah.
Sabah,
Wakasabah.
Wakazabah,
Wakazalmanai.
Wakazalmanai,
Call Nasikabu.
All Nasiyakambu,
Ashar.
Ashar,
Amaru.
Amaru,
Nairashah.
Nayosha,
Nanawa.
Nalawa,
Ah.
Ah,
Na'awa.
Na'awa,
Alahayam.
Alahayam,
Alahayam.
Alahaya,
Shayatham.
Sayatham,
Kagagala.
Gogala,
Kakwash.
Kakwash,
Napanya.
Panya,
Rabaka.
Rawaka,
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash,
Dabaira.
Ira,
Ya'ir.
Ya'ira,
Wakalahaba.
Wakalahaba,
Talahat.
Dalahat,
Hariyam.
Ariyam,
Khan.
Khan,
Dabadat.
Dadadat,
Basa Arabaka.
Basa Irika,
Wabasa.
Wabasa,
Wapaka.
Path,
Dabahalam.
Dabahalam,
Mala'a.
Malai,
Panyaham.
Panyaham,
Panawan.
Panawan,
Waya.
Waya,
Bukwash.
Wash,
Simka.
Shimka,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yabash.
Yabash,
Waya.
Waya,
Behold.
Behold,
Adi Ai.
Adiai,
Waya.
Waya,
Kapar.
Par,
Waya.
Waya,
Abadu.
Badu,
Waya.
Waya,
Da'ira.
Da'ira.
Kaya.
Kaya,
Atha.
Atha,
Shimka.
Shimka,
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lebad.
Badu,
Ayawan.
Ayuwan,
Al.
Al,
Kal.
Kal,
Haratazah.
Haratazah, in English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O
Hold
Yahweh.
not thy peace,
Hold not thy
and
peace.
be not still.
Be not still.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh.
for lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult.
the enemies make a tumult.
They that hate thee
Then they think
have lifted up the head.
I lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty
against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Israelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. So love do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zael. Yea, all their princes as Sabbath, and as Zamuna, who said, let's take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flames setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and trouble forever. Yea, let me put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Sergeant needs to turn. Men of Israel, Imam Shabbat, Moses, Barak, Yahweh, Shimei, Shabbat, Yazmatah, Sabbath service miss.